So now we're going to have a detective paint the picture for us of how Alicia Andrews was involved the night Julio Foolio was killed. We're going to see some video. We're going to hear the storyline. Everything's going to start to connect. We're going to see all the pieces put together. This testimony gets crazy. Here we go.
Similar in nature to some of the ones seen on the rifles located on the video camera from the scene.
And going back to that home to suites video footage that you watched, did you also watch the video footage from the Tesla?
Correct.
Based on you viewing that video footage, was there anything unique about the firearms in this case that caught your attention?
Yeah, the most distinct thing that really caught our attention early on was the fact that both of the rifles used at the scene were equipped with brass catchers, and therefore they left no shell casings at our
scene. The brass catchers are good?
And as an experience as working homicide cases, is that typically something that you would expect to see at a homicide scene involving assault rifles, assault platform rifles?
Overall, go ahead.
It's not as common.
And you mean that a crime has a brass catcher?
Correct.
But my question to you was, as a homicide investigator, when an assault rifle is used, would you normally expect to see at a crime scene the shell casings from the rifle, from the assault rifle?
Correct. We would expect that the AR platform would eject casings, and we find those casings on the ground.
When you watched the Home to Suites video, did you see and were you able to discern, based on the camera placements and angles, where the location of where the potential shooters were?
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And were those areas where the shooters with the AR rifles, and how many shooters in this particular case had assault rifles?
2 out of the 3 shooters.
Was that area searched for any sort of shell casings?
Yes, ma'am.
And were shell casings belonging to an assault rifle, were any shell casings for an assault rifle located in that area?
No, ma'am.
And when you viewed the Home to Suites video, were you able to see what you have described as, or what you called a brass catcher on the assault rifles?
Yes, ma'am.
So when the Toyota 4Runner is stopped, driven by Sean Gathright 3 days later, were there gun parts suitable for use with an AR rifle, the types that were used, the 2 that were used in this particular case?
There were.
Was there ammunition that is suitable for being fired in assault rifles that were located in that gold Toyota 4Runner driven by Sean Gathright?
Yes, there were.
And since there were no shell casings left by the assault rifles at the crime scene, is there ever going to be any sort of shell casings that we can compare that would be of use in our case?
No.
But still of relevance or of note to you would be any sort of ammunition that can be fired in those type of weapons that are depicted in that video. Is that correct?
Correct.
Is that why you seized that ammunition suitable for an assault rifle from that vehicle?
Correct.
Now, there were some shell casings that were located. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what sort of shell casings were there?
Those were rifle shell casings.
At our crime scene.
Oh, I'm sorry. At our crime scene.
In Tampa.
I thought we were still talking about the car. Yes, at our crime scene, we recovered 31 spent 9mm pistol casings.
And all of those only can be fired, that cannot be fired in an AR rifle. Is that correct?
Correct.
And in the video, is there another shooter that is identified as having a firearm as opposed to an assault rifle?
Yes, one of the shooters was equipped with a pistol.
Okay.
Dang.
Did you notice
With the
anything
switch,
unique
too.
about the pistol when you are viewing the video from Home to Suites and the Tesla?
Yes, from the video, you can see the high rate of fire coming from the muzzle flash on the pistol and the impacts on the windshield, indicating that the pistol was being fired at a fully automatic rate.
Dang.
And can you tell the jury what is the significance of that, and what does that mean for a semi-automatic pistol?
Yes,
Had
so
a switch on it.
Pistols typically aren't configured in fully automatic mode, as there's a lot of legality behind it. So this specifically was a Glock pistol that was believed to have been equipped with what they call a Glock switch. It would be put on the back plate to convert the Glock pistol and to make it a fully automatic pistol.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 22B 1 through 5. Do you recognize this DVD? And did I ask you to previously look at that and then initial it so you could locate it or recognize it at another time?
Yes, ma'am.
And does this video fairly and accurately represent the video footage from the Home to Suites that occurred on June 23rd of 2024?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
And we previously introduced
Not looking
into
good
evidence
at all.
already States Exhibit 22A and 22B6. I'm going to show you on video.
Are you admitting the remainder of 22B,
Yes,
1
Judge.
through 5?
Judge, we would admit at this time States Exhibit 22B 1 through 5.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, admitted.
Which one is being shown?
I'm going to show B 1 through 5, but I am going to show 22A as well. Detective Ramos, when
She's
I'm talking
gotta know
about
the camera's
22B
watching.
1 through 5, you were aware that there is a timestamp on the Home to Suites video, is that correct?
Correct.
And Detective Alverson also collected and viewed the videos, is that correct?
Correct.
And was there a time discrepancy from the Home to Suites video?
Yes, there was.
And what was the time discrepancy?
I have for a report. I can't
If
recall.
that would
one.
help refresh your
Please.
recollection, absolutely.
1 minute and 45 seconds slow.
I'm going to show you B1 first. Can you tell us what is being shown in B1?
Yes, this is a camera from the Homes to Suites on the east side of the building, pointing southeast towards McKinley.
Here we go. Give me 1 second, y'all.
What we see here is now the suspect, black Chevy Impala, has arrived into the parking lot, made an immediate right, and drove north past this camera.
And then where is this camera angle?
This camera's on the same side of the building, except it's pointing northeast towards McKinley and Fowler. As the suspect, black Impala, travels north, it now crosses in front of this camera.
Now we're on B3. Where's this angle at?
This camera's on the north side of the building, pointing east. And we see the black Impala continuing north through the parking lot.
I'll show you B4. What does this camera show?
This camera is located on the west side of Homes to Suites, and it's pointing to the west, and we can see the Impala arrive on the opposite side of the building and make a U-turn there.
Can you tell us where on the screen the portico is
They're all
or the
young.
awning where the victims are stationed?
Yeah, to the left. Had the Impala continued on, it would have crossed the line where the portico was at.
And this is the setup here. We're going to skip ahead shortly.
So what's happening now at
The-
4:35?
The suspect Silver Cruise has arrived in the view of this camera and driven north from the west side of the building.
And I
Dang.
say 4:35, the timestamp, but what is the actual time with the conversion?
So right now it would be 4:37:45, since this is slow.
And where the silver Chevy Cruze came from, would it have gone by where the victims were stationed at the entry to Home to Suites?
Correct. The Silver Cruise passed the victim's location twice, once on the way in and once on the way out.
What can you see now?
Yes, in the center there, between the top of the van and the extension there, we saw 3 figures come from the Impala area of the Impala and go towards the front of the hotel. And this is the aftermath as they're running out.
And note what is the time on the timestamp?
Yeah, 4:37:30, so it would have been around 4:38, almost 4:39. Right
What are we seeing now?
They're getting set up, ready
This
to
is
go.
the aftermath of after the shooting, after Xavier Everett just drove north through the parking lot. We see the Impala pulling out of the spot and leaving at this moment.
Dang. Sad, Moon. So sad.
So the blinking lights that were occurring at the end of the video, what was that?
That was a car alarm that went off in the general area where the Tesla was parked that captured the footage.
I'm going to show you states 22B5. What camera angle are we looking at now?
This camera's on the southwest corner of the Homestead Suites, and it's pointing in the southwest direction. So this would have been the continuation of when I said left off the screen in that last slide, is where we're at here. We saw the cruise come in, and now we're seeing the cruise come out. Now we see the shooters arriving into view of this camera.
Yeah, look
And
at
what
them.
is the
There they
time?
go.
On the timestamp 37:14, correct time would have been 4:38, almost 4:39.
Dang. Mm-mm-mm. Wow.
Detective, I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification, states Exhibit 45. Do you recognize this diagram?
Yeah, this
Yes, I
happened
do.
in
Did you
Florida.
create this diagram after you noted and watched all of the videos, including the Tesla video as well as the Home to Suites video?
I did.
Was there also a video that was located outside USF on a pole, what's considered a pole camera?
Yes, there was.
Your Honor, at this time, we'd introduce into evidence states Exhibit 45.
Any objection?
Is that the full?
No, the diagram.
Well, yes, I haven't been writing.
Okay. I tell you what, it's 3:15 or a little after. Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute or so.
All right, and we're going to skip ahead through this. What do y'all think so far? And where was Alicia during this time?
A pole cam on USF, the University of South Florida property. Did you obtain video footage in relation to this investigation from that pole cam?
I did.
Where is that pole cam located?
It's located at the intersection of McKinley and Fowler on the south end of the college campus, pointing south towards southbound McKinley and in that area.
Does it show the entrance to the home to suites, the entrance on McKinley Drive that vehicles would have to take to enter into that parking lot?
Yes, it does.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 24.
She knew what was going down. There's no doubt.
Thank you.
Sure.
Wow.
Detective Ramos, can you see a timestamp on this particular video?
No.
Is there a time that was associated that you were able to determine based on coordinating it with the video footage from the home to suites?
Yes.
And when in time is this video capturing?
This video is going to start approximately 04/22/23 time frame on 6/23/2024. And the first thing we'll see is the victim's convoy arriving.
And can you tell us what this intersection is?
So
Nothing
the
good
camera's
happens
pointing
that
south. The street going from east to west is Fowler, and then south of the light is North McKinley. The Homestead Suites is on the right-hand side at the top center of the screen.
And can you kind of, if you could stand up, just kind of point the general direction of where the entrance would be if you are entering home to suites on McKinley?
Sure. So at this top center of the screen, to the right of those headlights, south of the crosswalk to the right-hand side.
And you said the victim and his entourage are going to be shown momentarily, is that correct?
Correct.
And what direction are they coming from?
They're coming northbound on McKinley from the Bush area.
And in order to make that entrance into home to suites on McKinley, do they have to do a U-turn?
Correct. They have to make a U-turn at the light and then go back south on McKinley and make a right.
This whole thing could have been prevented, man. It's a shame. Defense is not doing great right now.
Right there. So at this point, we're seeing the victim's three-car convoy arrive at the top of the center of the screen there, and they're in the left lane, getting ready to make a U-turn to go back south on McKinley. There's the victim's Charger leading the three cars, and then the other two cars, which are the Amani Turner's Hyundai Santa Fe and Taylor McRae's Nissan Altima. And then now they're making a right into the Homestead Suites parking lot. This vehicle off to the right off to the left, I'm sorry, at the top center there is the silver cruise that was following them. It makes a right on to eastbound Fowler and then ultimately comes back and goes north onto the USF property, the stage across the street.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Driver's front windshield of where the victim, Charles Jones, was located.
Yes.
Overruled, go ahead.
Yes.
They would be facing one another?
Yes, correct.
Do any of the shooters, the three shooters that are in that parked Chevy Impala, do any of them get out of the vehicle until that silver Chevy Cruze goes by the victim's vehicle twice?
No.
And that is seen on all of that video footage?
Correct.
When do they get out of the black Chevy Impala and start walking towards where the victim and the two other vehicles are located?
Approximately 4:38, so it would have been 30 to 45 seconds after the cruise left.
And is the first shots that are fired, is that caught on that main camera that shows where the victims and the two other vehicles in the victim's party are parked?
Correct.
And where are the first shots fired, in what direction at whom?
The very first shots are fired from west to east towards the front windshield of Mr. Charles Jones' Dodge Charger,
Where he happens to be seated in what seat?
the front passenger seat.
Published states 22B6.
Here's where they pull up. Dang, this is crazy.
Detective, do you recognize all three of the vehicles that are now being shown in states 22B6?
I do.
And can you point out who is in that black Nissan Altima that is at the top of the screen?
The black Nissan Altima has a Tafa McRae, Aaliyah Albritton, and Camilla Bentley in it.
You yourself interviewed
about them
Mr.
yesterday.
Tafa McRae, is that correct?
I did.
Did you also eventually get an interview with Aaliyah Albritton, the lady who is depicted in the pink?
Correct.
And then the black, they just passed a black Dodge Charger, is that correct?
Correct.
And can you see who is seated in the passenger side of that vehicle?
Yes, signified by the white socks with the red tips. That is the victim, Mr. Charles Jones.
Had you, as part of your investigation, obtained other video footage that occurred earlier in the night?
Yes.
And were you aware of how and what he was wearing?
Yes, white and red.
And other members of the party that was with him?
Correct.
Who ultimately was in the black Dodge Charger with the victim, Charles Jones, when this occurred?
Xavier Edwards as the driver and Gino Norris Jr. in the backseat.
And what car just passed by?
The suspect's silver Cruise.
And then there is a vehicle that is parked directly behind the Dodge Charger where Charles Jones is a passenger. Who is located in that vehicle?
Armani Turner, Miss Randolph, her friend, and Robert Howard.
And again, you interviewed all of those three individuals later that morning?
Correct.
What's going on at this point in the video?
The Cruise has now turned around and is headed back out the way it came in.
And in any video footage, including this one, the Tesla and the surrounding cameras, had any, prior to that happening, anybody gotten out of that black Chevy Impala?
No.
Where's Spring Flowers at? Thank you, Spring Flowers.
This first shooter, what sort of firearm did he have?
He had a pistol that was firing at a fully automatic rate.
And what area was he specifically targeting?
The windshield of the black Dodge Charger.
All of the other vehicles with the victim, did they immediately leave?
Yes.
Did you put together a composite video that compiled all of the camera angles of the surrounding hotel and the Tesla and put them chronologically in time together?
Yes.
I'm going to publish 22A. And sir, this is all put together in chronological time. Is that correct? Stitching together the various videos.
Correct. Easier to follow.
And what is being shown right there, what that car just passed?
That's the Impala arriving into the Homestead Suites parking lot.
And are you showing the path of travel of that black Chevy Impala?
Correct. Driving northbound through the parking lot.
And again, it has not passed in front of those victims' vehicles. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what is happening here?
It arrived on the west side of the Homestead Suites and it's turning around.
And is it now parking in that space that you had designated in States Exhibit 45 by that red rectangle?
It stages until the Cruise arrives, and then once the Cruise arrives, it starts to park, yes.
And that is the Cruise passing again right in front of the victim's vehicle?
Correct.
And where is the black Chevy Impala at this point?
The Impala is passing in front of the Tesla.
The
with
quality
Cruise
of the
right behind it.
cameras is crazy too.
What's the Cruise doing at this point?
It turned around and is now headed back out the way it came in.
Okay. And then where is the black Chevy Impala?
The black Impala, while the Silver Cruise is turning around, is pulling into the parking space. There's the tail lights, and it's backing in. You can see it from in between the top of the van and the white pillar there in the center of the screen.
And now is it parked?
Right now, it's fully in the spot.
And that is the spot that you designated on your diagram, is that correct?
With a red block, yes.
And what is happening with the silver Chevy Cruise?
The Cruise is driving out the way it came in, passing the victim's location.
What are you capturing now in this video footage?
The three shooters came out of the Impala and are walking towards the victim's position. This is them passing the Tesla, various angles.
Did you see the person with the handgun?
Yes, bottom right of the screen.
During the course of this shooting, did anyone from the victim's vehicles, those two other vehicles, ever get out of the vehicle and approach the victim in his vehicle?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Did any of the victims in those two vehicles that fled, the Nissan Altima and the Hyundai, did any of them get out of those vehicles before fleeing?
No.
Did the two persons that got out of the black Nissan Altima, Miss Aaliyah Albritton and Tafa McCrae, did any of them ever come out of the hotel while the shooting was occurring?
No.
Dang, man. What do y'all think? We're going to keep it moving with the rest of this testimony, laying it down, playing out how every single thing lines up.